But then when they started to form, people in social services came to them and they said, King is running a nationwide pedophile network. And they'd had various reports about King running a nationwide pedophile network. So then the subcommittee started to look at those allegations too. And they had an amazing investigator. His name was Gary Caradori. And he found a number of victims. Actually, I had his records, and he had a list of 60 victims. And that was my job, was to find these victims and get them to talk when I wrote the Franklin Scandal. And they've come from lower socioeconomic, dysfunctional backgrounds. They've been molested repeatedly, and drugs was always the carrot for most of them. So they were given drugs, and then at a certain point, they had lost their youthful marketability, and then they were just expunged by the network. And people thought, when I would tell them there's this nationwide pedophile network that is for very powerful people that's connected to the CIA, people just didn't want to hear that at that point. And I would be pitching editors and publishers, and I'd be looking straight at them. And then I would tell them about this story, and I could see the cognitive dissonance occur before my very eyes. They would think to themselves, this is really a horrible story.
You're saying there was ties with the CIA to the Franklin scandal.
Yes.
I've heard you talk about Bush. I've heard you talk about Warren Buffett's wife was working at that credit union.
No,
some
she,
kind of a
she
relationship.
provided money.
She provided money,
to
yes.
the credit union.
So what is the ties to CIA and Buffett?
I didn't find any ties to CIA and Buffett, but there's definitely CIAs to Craig Spence, and he was definitely a CIA asset.